It aired in 97, but we first had the idea in 94, 95. We were invited by Anna Hume at the BBC to submit an idea. Anna had decided to let the flagship preschool programme Play Days go.
It's a play bus!
And replace it with another show. It was controversial to actually consider making programme for 2- and 3-year-olds. At the time, there was a big increase in new technologies. I mean, a small child of 2 or 3 would not be surprised if the toy train in the corner spoke to it. So I decided that they would be technological babies. The Teletubbies were influenced by the fact that Andrew Davenport, who's a brilliant writer, and I went to New York and to America on a selling trip to sell Tots TV and other things. And we went to Washington, but we decided we'd go to the Smithsonian, and we saw the actual spacesuits of men who just not that long ago walked on the moon. And then Andy said to me, you know, isn't it amazing? There's all this technology and you look at them and they just look like babies with nappies on toddling about. Of course, that made me laugh. In my head, I'd thought, far, you know, over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play. That was my line. And I said to Andy, how can these guys receive the pictures? We can't have a big screen in the house. It's just too banal. We can't do that. He said, no, they could have them on their stomachs. Oh, that's brilliant. I then said, well, they've got to have antennas on their heads to receive the pictures. And that's what we did. That was not in the least like the programme that had previously occupied this slot. And so we stuck to our guns. And, of course, we won the commission. Then, of course, we had to make it, which was terrifying because we didn't have enough money. Everything there was real. If we had big characters in suits, you had to have a big landscape, and you built real hills, and you built a real technological superdome, and you had real rabbits. And of course, in the event, we had people crawling across the fields with long lenses on cameras trying to get a picture of the Teletubbies with no heads on and all sorts of things. But of course you don't know that when you start. The BBC's role was absolutely essential in the selling of it internationally because at that time, BBC children's programmes were deeply respected. In all the countries in the world, Germany were the people who embraced it the most. But everyone around the world at the various film markets and TV markets would go to the BBC if they were buying children's programmes and always look at what the BBC had done. So we had that advantage. If it had been on any other channel, it would not have had the same power.
Di lembah yang sangat jauh, Teletubbies datang untuk bermain.
Hvor Teletubbierne henne?
Teletubbies rutschen noch mal runter.
It was dubbed everywhere. I don't think as an individual you ever think about the fact that it was 140 countries and it was, 45 languages. It just happened. I'm astonished it's become part of history. And whether it's because of the controversy or because it's phenomenally accessible around the world, I'm totally astonished.
Time for Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
No.